Good morning. Hi, I'm Stampin DeDe, and this is Stampin Thursday, every Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. And I'm trying something new this morning, so we're going to see if it's a little smoother. I've got my phone on the Archon stand, and I'm just going to turn it down, and hopefully that's going to work. So, all right. So, I don't know where you are, but here in Denton, Texas, it is very cold and everything is covered with ice. So nobody's getting out. We're just staying home today, and hopefully it should be melted by tomorrow. But, you know, that's the way it is here in Texas. It just in the 50s and 60s and even 70s one day, and the next day it's in the 20s and everything's covered with ice. So hopefully you are staying safe and warm. And I see Kay. Hi, Kay. Hope you're doing well and staying home and warm and safe. So today I've got several things I want to tell you about, and then we're going to get right to the project. First of all, we're almost in March. It's almost March. So our March monthly class to go is with the Happy Hedgehog stamp set. And I have 3 projects, 2 cards and 1 3D project that goes with this particular class to go. And all of the cards, both cards, are fun fold cards. So I think that's going to be something different and something fun for you. But the monthly class to go, oh, and did I get out? Yeah, the Happy Hedgehogs. Yeah, I did. So this is, let's see how this works. Let me see if let me get my computer up, because I don't know whether this is going to be right side up or upside down. So here we are. Oh, good. Looks like it's right side up. So this is the Happy Hedgehogs stamp set. Such a cute, whimsical stamp set. And the thing that's nice about it is, first of all, the sayings, the sentiments. One of them is, "It's so nice of you to be so nice." Isn't that cool? And the other one is, "Finding a friend is the best discovery of all." And it has a bird and a butterfly and a tree, and a mushroom, and then you've got your 2 hedgehogs. So the March monthly class to go uses this stamp set, and monthly class to goes are always $35. So you get the stamp set. With this one, you get a package of the brass brushed butterflies, and I actually used, this is one of the cards for the class to go, and as you can see, it's the book fold, and I used one of the brass butterflies on this. So this will be one of the cards that you'll make. So you get the stamp set, the brushed brass butterflies. You get 3 complete card kits with PDF tutorials, and you'll get a link. You'll get links to show the fun fold, to demonstrate the fun folds, the 2 fun folds for this. 3 envelopes, you get all of that. And then if you do the add-on, then you also get the hedgehog punch, which you really need. And that's an additional $18, and that's the catalog price, and I pay the shipping and the tax. So all of that for the March monthly class to go. The deadline for that is March 11th, Friday, March 11th. So you'll need to let me know and pay by Friday, March 11th. All right, that's the March monthly class to go. We've also got a Stamp-A-Stack coming up. So on March 5th, which is a Saturday morning, we're going to you'll have 6 cards. You'll make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs. And with that class, you will also get a bonus. You'll get a take-home variety pack of designer series paper, both current and retired. So that's just kind of a bonus to go with that class. You'll make 6 cards. It's $25 for the class, or it's free with a $30 order. So, you know, with the $30 order, you not only get the class and the cards and the take-home pack, but you get what you ordered. So keep that in mind. You can do that. You can place that order now and take advantage of celebration, or you can wait and place the order, fill the order out, and I'll place it for you at the party. So the deadline for that, though, is this Saturday, the 26th. So that's coming up really fast. So go ahead and RSVP for the Stamp a Stack, March 5th. Then the last thing I want to tell you about is on Saturday, March 26th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we are going to get together and work on our paper pumpkin kit, the Beyond the Horizons. Oh, that is backwards. Huh. Okay. Beyond the Horizon. I'll put it down here and maybe it'll come out forward. Beyond the Horizon paper pumpkin kit. And I am so excited about this kit because it also makes use of the Horizon, what is it called? New Horizon designer series paper. And that paper is beautiful. So I know these 9 cards are going to be beautiful. And with that, you will also receive 2 alternative card kits that you can use your supplies, your leftover supplies, to create 2 more cards. So that is Saturday, March 26th from 1 to 4. And let's see. Do I have a US RSVP? You need to RSVP that by March 10th. Oh, no, you don't. You need to place your paper pumpkin order by March 10th. So be sure and place that paper pumpkin order so that you'll have it to bring with you. And if you'll just let me know that you're coming, then I'll know how many alternative card kits to make. So, all right. That's it for the announcements. We're going to get on with today's project. And I'm going to turn this down, and hopefully everything is going to be right side up. And I'll show you what we're doing today. We're using the Driving By stamp set, which is a celebration stamp set. So let me turn it down. All right. I want to get it down. I want to get this where we can see it. All right. I think it's not. Here we go. All right. Hopefully you can see it. And let's see. I'm not sure. Let me turn this around. Turn this around. Yeah. It's still upside down, isn't it? Okay. Well, now I know how that's going to be. It's going to be upside down. But this is the brochure for the Beyond the Horizons paper pumpkin kit. All right. So here we go. The Driving By stamp set. You can earn this with a $50 purchase. And then this is free. It's a celebration item, and you just have about 4 more days to participate in that. So we're going to use this today because there is so much potential with this little set. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. I need to go up here. Okay. trying to get it to where if I'm in the middle of this, then I'm on the screen. All right, so the Driving By stamp set. Here are some of the samples. This card. Driving by just to say hi. Oh, and you know what I need to do? No, it's all right. Isn't that cute? And that's using the vellum that is available in the mini catalog. All right, so that's one of them. This is one. And this is what's called a Matchbook Card. And I'm actually going to demo this on a Facebook Live real soon. Matchbook Card. So I actually did not get the sentiment on this. So I'm going to probably put a sentiment right down in here. I forgot to put the sentiment on. Okay, so we have that Matchbook Card. And now we have, this is one of the Slimline cards. And I thought those little VW buses just made such a cute card for the Slimline cards. All right. And then you'll have a sentiment inside. This is just happy, happy birthday. And I just took a sentiment and cut it apart. So there's that one. And then the one we're going to do today is using the Abstract Beauty paper, designer series paper. This paper is gorgeous. It is just gorgeous. It's a specialty paper, and it has gold on every sheet, on one side of every sheet. So I took advantage of that with adding the gold pieces. So we're going to look at that here in a minute too. And this just says, "You've got style." All right. So those are the cards that I made up using the Driving By stamp set. And we're going to actually make this one today. And the reason I chose this one is it is a recent card sketch that I have. I can't figure out which way to go. This is the way I need to go. This is a recent card sketch that I've been using for several cards. So I wanted to demonstrate that and show you what fun it is. All right, so like I said, we're using the Abstract Beauty Designer Series paper. And this paper, you know, it kind of, you don't really notice it at first. I didn't anyway. But this is one side of this one, and this is the other side. And the gold, I don't know if you can see the gold in there, the gold dots in this one. This is another one with quite a bit of gold. And then this is the back side here. And then there's this one with the gold in it and the back side. So you have a variety of colors. I can't get that up on the back side of each one of these. So there's that one. There's this one with quite a bit of gold in it. And this black and white stripe. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I love that. Back side. Then this one has the gold. Looks like the sky, doesn't it? Can you see it? Yeah. And this is the back side. The big stripes. And this one. That screams gold, doesn't it? And here's, let's see. Let me get the back side. There's the back side. Sort of a gray and white. And then there's this one, another splotched one with the back side. And then this one, the gold polka dots. See, with the back side, a pink, probably a blushing bride. And then this one, this is beautiful. This has got little gold dots all over it. I don't know if you can see it or not. And this is the back side, a polished pink. This one with flowers. And the back side, it's a black and gray splotchy back side. Another patterned one. This one has dots all over it. Gold dots. And then this is I think it's like a jade green. Just jade. Then this one with the flowers, with the gold centers. And a plaid background. A backside. And then this one just has real subtle specks of gold in it. And this is the background. So, beautiful paper. Really interesting. Oh, and they're all 4x6. So, that's a new thing for Stampin' Up, the 4x6. All right, and so for our card today, we're going to use a white card base. And then we're going to use a 4 by 5 1/4 balmy blue piece. And another balmy blue strip that's 1/2 inch by about 5. And then our pattern paper is this strip of paper that is 2 by 5. This one is 2 by 5. And then this one is 3 3/4 by 5. And then we have 2 scraps that we're going to use. So I'm going to set these aside right now. And we're going to get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is fold my card base. I forgot to score it. So we're just going to fold it. And use the bone folder. All right, we've got that ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and adhere the blue, the balmy blue piece. We're going to get that down. And use my Stampin' Seal here. And adhere this to our card base. It doesn't matter which way it goes right now. Almost don't have it quite centered. There we go. There we go. Have that down. And then I'm going to use the stamp You've Got Style from this stamp set, and I'm going to grab an acrylic block, and what you want to do on your white, you want to stamp it up in the upper left-hand corner. So I'm going to stamp it right up here with black, with my Memento black. Stamp it right up here. Oh, and I got a little bit on it. It's okay. I'll tell you what, we're going to turn it over. I don't like to have the edge of the stamp. I'm not sure how I did that because I don't see ink on it. But anyway, you've got style. There we go. All right. And next, we're going to take our pattern paper and we're going to take our little strip and we're just going to put adhesive. Well, actually, we're going to put our adhesive, and I want my gold to show. Well, it's kind of in the middle, isn't it? So, if I put it at the top, that might show better. No, I'm going to put it at the bottom. So I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive right along the top edge here. Just right along the top edge. I even got it on my mat. Okay. And then I'm going to put my, I'm going to turn it over though. And you're creating a mat is what you're doing. And then you take your snips. I made it a little longer so that I could take my snips and trim it to exactly the same size. There we go. I've got a little bit of adhesive along the edge there. All right, so now we have our designer series paper ready to place onto our white. And we're going to do that. Okay. And I'm going to do this right side up right now for me, and then I'll turn it over. Because you want it on the bottom, the very bottom of the white, and along the edges. Okay. All right. And now we have it ready to put on our balmy blue mat. You see, and what it looks like now, it looks like because of the border that you created right here, it looks like this has a border all the way around it, which it does basically, but it's only because of this border that you created here. All right, let me... And I know Kay is watching, and I know there are others that watch this, and some of you watch on replay, and I know that, and I am so thankful that you do that. But if you're watching it live, just say hi, or say, I'm here. I would love to know who is watching. All right, so we've got this on here now. So now we're ready to put our card. And what I'm going to do is take my scrap, I'll set that aside, and I'm going to stamp the car. This little car is so cute. So cute. I'm going to stamp him on here. And I want to do him in the middle so that I have room to cut him out. See how we do. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So I've got him stamped, and I'll be cutting him out using this. So I wanted to be sure and leave enough room to do that. Now for the coloring. And for this, I used Balmy Blue, and I used Highland Heather, and I used Polished Pink, and a little bit of Smoky Slate. So these are the colors that I'm using. and we're going to get busy and color him. And this is an easy color job. What I did though is I did the bottom part in balmy blue, and I just went around the edge with the dark, and that just then when I go back and fill in with the light, it's going to give just a little bit of dimension. And I did the door in gray, in the smoky slate. So, all right. And now I'm going to fill in, pulling the color toward the middle, pulling the color toward the empty space. And that way you get a little more of a fade than you would if you just colored it in. So I'm just pulling that darker color in, and it creates a shadow. All right. And I'm going to go ahead while I've got my blue and color one of the balloons, the balmy blue. So I'm going to go around the edge. And then I'm going to pull the color into the middle with the light. And one thing I didn't mention that I'm going to use is I'm also going to use my color lifter. This is the color lifter. And I'm going to use it to create that little, you know, the reflection at the top of the balloon. And it'll, as it dries, it'll create a little bit more of a white spot there. All right, so now we're ready for the Highland Heather. We finished with the balmy blue. And now we're ready for the Highland Heather. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go around the edge with the dark. And this is just so I can create a little bit of a shadow, a little bit of a dimension here. Okay, got that. And now I'll just pull it in as I go around. Pull it in. And as you can see, this is not a very difficult color at all. All right, and I should have done that while I had the dark open. One of the balloons. I really want to use the pen tip. Okay. And I'll pull the color into the center. Go around it a couple of times. Pulling it in. It's a very subtle shade. Very subtle shading. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of a reflection right there on top. And last, well, let me go ahead and finish the card. So I'm going to use the dark smoky slate just around the edge of the door. On the inside of the wheels. And then I'm going to use the light smoky slate. And for this, I want to use the brush tip, pull it in, pull the color in, fill in any empty spaces. And I want to go then with the with the pointed tip and do the rim. Do the rim. Okay. And I also want to do the bumper here and here. All right, and last I want to do the balloon, the third balloon, and I used polished pink to pull in from the card, the designer series paper. Okay. Got the dark around the outside. Put that back over there. Pull the color in. And use my color lifter again. Get that little bubble right there on top. It's just the light reflecting onto the balloons. Now, the one thing I didn't say was I need to pick a yellow, and it doesn't matter what. This is daffodil for the headlight. Right there for the headlight. All right. So now we're ready to cut this little jewel out. Let me bring my mini cut and emboss over here. And put it on here with the dies. And these dies are from the layering oval framelits. I use these a lot. You've got your regular die and then your scallop die. And I use them so much. So let me cut this one out with the regular. Okay. Put it through. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the gold while I've got it right here in front of me. So I'm using some of the metallic. It's the gold foil, that's what it's called. And I'm using the scalloped die. And I'm going to move it toward the edge so I can use that little piece on the end again. All right, put that through. We're through with the mini cut and emboss. Put these over there. All right, so we have our frame and our car. So now I'm just going to use, you know what, I'm not going to use liquid because when you get liquid glue on that gold, it shows up. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal there. Get that layered on. There we go. Now we're going to add that to our card with dimensionals. And I'm just going to put them right in the center because I want to tuck my gold pieces in. The backing off. Static electricity. Oh, all right. So I'm going to put this right down here. I'm going to turn it around, make sure it's straight. Okay, there's that. And now we're going to use from the Expressions in Ink ephemera pack. And I've used and used and used from this pack, and I don't have a whole lot left. But the little gold greenery pieces, I want a couple of those. This one's loose, so I can just use it. All right. That's in the main catalog, the annual catalog. And now especially with this paper, I'll use it even more. All right, so on this, I am going to put a dot of glue, and I'm going to turn it around so that I can get it straight. and then I'll turn it back. Just the littlest, tiniest dot of glue in there. And I'm going to push it in right there. And this one, then I'm going to use the tiniest bit and push it in right. I'm not getting it in under this there. It was catching on the scalloped edge. No matter how hard I try, I managed to get, oh, you know what I did? Well, you know how we fix something like that? And that's what I do. That's what happens when you do it upside down. So, I'm going to cut it off. Oh, maybe this upside down thing isn't such a great idea. I don't know. Here we go. Get this folded. Well, as you can see, I am far from perfect. But there's always a way to fix these mistakes. Always. Always a way. I'm going to do it right side up this time. There. There we go. A little bit of gold, a little bit of glue on the gold. It should come off. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, the only thing we have left are the little gold jewels, and I think I didn't get them out. I thought I did. Maybe I did, and I just don't. Here they are. And these are Gilded Gems. These are Gilded Gems. And we're going to use 3 of those on this card to finish it off. So I'll take one from here and put it right up here. And one from here and put it right over here. And another one from here and put it right over here. Now, when you use embellishments on your card, I always try to use an odd number. And if you're just using 3, they should sort of form a triangle. And so my triangle is there. All right. We've got it finished now, despite getting it on wrong. And I'll probably have to trim that just a little bit. But there we go. This pattern, this sketch, can be used so many different ways. Let me show you a couple more samples that I use this pattern where you use a 2x5 piece of designer series paper and you use a little bit of piece of trim that matches your background. And then your white 4x5 1/4 piece. Well, actually, your white is 3 1/4 by 5. This piece here, well, it's this piece under here, and the blue is 4 by 5 1/4. So you go in 1/4 of an inch each time you add a layer. All right, so here's another one using the same pattern. only I used the New Horizons pattern paper on this one. Okay. And then another one I was able to do was this one. And this is actually going to be in the Stampin' Stack. But it's using the Wildlife, the Wildlife stamp set. Love that stamp set. So the pattern paper, your cardstock, your white, very simple. So if this is a pattern you'd like to use, I'm going to post the directions on my blog, and so you can look at those. Go to my blog and look at the directions there, the measurements, and try it out, because it is an awesome, awesome pattern or sketch. All right, I think that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that I've maybe inspired you to get an order in real quick and get this Driving By set, because it has so much potential. Here's another one, and then here's the slim one. All right. Thank you for watching, and like I said, if you're on the replay, would you please just comment and let me know that you're watching the replay? I would love to know that. And I hope you have a great day. And I've got to figure out now how to turn this off. Right there.